In this painting by Anthony Sweat, Jesus is portrayed as a Galilean man in the 1st century. You'll notice that he's wearing a short tunic, which was common. Most people wore a short tunic, and the only other article of clothing that they owned was a cloak or mantle, sort of like a large shawl that could double as a blanket. Clothing was valuable. Bandits often robbed their victims of clothing, and many people were so poor they didn't even have these two articles of clothing. They just had their tunic and would share the cloak with a spouse or a friend. Imagine being a college student. You and your roommate each have your own tunic, and one of you gets the cloak on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and the other gets it on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, unless you have a hot date and need to trade nights. Keep this context in mind and think about how it changes the way we view some of the Savior's teachings. In Matthew 6, Jesus says, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your body, what you will wear." In the 21st century, I hear this as I'm standing in front of my closet full of clothes and shoes, and I hear a message like, "Oh, don't worry about your outfit today." That is not the situation in Jesus' day. He's talking to people who only have one pair of clothes. And if your tunic is getting some tears, you might be kind of stressed because you can't afford a new tunic. Why do you worry about clothing? Jesus says. Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They neither toil nor spin. If God so clothes the grass of the field, will he not much more clothe you, you of little faith? Many of us aren't too worried about clothing, and if we are, we're probably not worried in the same way these 1st century listeners were. Jesus was talking about a very real, daily concern, and he was saying, don't worry about this. God's got you. Think about something in your life that you're deeply worried about, where you feel like you're on the edge and you might fall off. Jesus says, don't worry. Seriously, don't worry. Trust in God. He takes care of the grass. He will take care of you.
To see more videos like this one, simply search Seeking Jesus.